A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Wednesday night edition of the show. It's the midweek experience, and we're happy to have you join us on Sports Tonight. My name is Tony Bichoye. I'd like to start off the show tonight by saying a very big thank you to you for joining us, and also promise you that if you stay with us for the next 15 minutes, that we're bringing Sports Tonight to you. We'll make it worth your while because we have a very good package for you. I think I should start off the show tonight by introducing to you my partners on the program. Together we'll be taking you through. We'll be having some very important guests as we go along on the show. So you are indeed in for a swell time. But let me introduce to you Yemi Adebayo. Yemi is here with us. We're happy to have him. Yemi, good to have you with us on Sports Tonight this midweek.
Thank you very much.
Today's going to be a lot better than yesterday, because I remember yesterday we were talking about
I knew you would bring that up.
And it was a close one, and Arsenal lost that one. But you surely will lose some games, you win some games. So I don't think there should be too much into that.
Just the second loss this season. And the coach had some things to say about the referee.
As usual. All right, so that's it. But games are going on. I need to tell you, games are going on as we speak. A lot of games are going on. About 8 games, I think, currently going on. Even 9 games. A lot of games. 8 games currently going on. All right, so we'll talk about all of this and be updating you in our usual style. No goals have been scored so far at any of the venues, but we'll be updating you as we go along on Sports Tonight. Onye Wuchiwachuku is also on the show this Wednesday. Onye is always here with us. Onye Wuchiwachuku is the news editor of Sporting Life, one of our best-selling sports dailies in Nigeria. Onye, good to have you with us on Sports Tonight.
Always a pleasure.
A lot of games going on. I know you have a lot of love for Chelsea. They are Sunderland, and I'm sure you'll be hoping that they can get a good result and continue that momentum.
I also love Arsenal.
You love, okay, all right, okay. So we'll be updating you with the results of the games as we go along on the show tonight. But guys, there's the big issue. This is the biggest issue in Nigeria as it is, and it has moved on from being outrageous to becoming downright embarrassing, and that's the issue of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. Yesterday on this show, Onye, guys, we had Aziza Toshola and Onome AB on the program, and they talked about a whole lot of issues. But today, this is the height of it all. The girls, you can see some of the placards, pay us all our entitlements and bonuses. The girls decided to march to the National Assembly. And for me, we shouldn't have gotten to this level at all. This is downright embarrassing. Yeah. Not just for the Nigerian Football Federation, not the Sports Ministry, for the federal government of Nigeria.
It's really sad. But you remember, ever since is it Fourth Republic now? I think most people use this method, strikes, and this kind of protest, especially when the president is going to be at the National Assembly on that day, and this happened. I do agree with you that it's an embarrassment for Nigeria, but then again, you want to put yourself in the shoes of these ladies. They had to do something.
Something had to give.
Something had to give. And of course, if you're the father of the nation, if you're the president, I mean, you would not see this and not do any. I mean, you just have to do something. And it's an embarrassment. I hope there won't be any backlash. Because we've been reading a lot of things, we've heard a lot of things. I hope
but this is peaceful. I mean, the initial fear across many quarters is that maybe there could be a backlash.
Yes.
Maybe government will not be happy that this is embarrassing them in a way.
I'm even talking of the NFF.
Yeah, but this thing, it has happened, and I don't feel
there should be a backlash.
Instead of being a backlash, I think it's for us to look inwards and make sure we put structures in place to avoid things like this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the girls are aware. Some of them are exposed, and they have realized that their destiny is not in the hands of a Nigerian Football Federation, because it has been established doing that monies were not released, on time. The memo did not get to the federal government on time, for funds to be released. So what they have done, is what any wise person would have done. Okay.
Okay, please pause a little bit. There's a little bit of a news alert now coming through for us. Let's go through this. My producer has just sent this in, and let's read this. It says President Buhari has ordered the immediate payment of all outstanding allowances and bonuses accruable to the Super Falcons, according to top State House source. The Ministries of Sports and Finance have been directed to pay the Super Falcons tomorrow. Obviously, it can't happen today.
Yeah.
So that means these girls will be getting their allowances, their monies tomorrow. That's it. Let me read through this again. This is news flash, like some breaking news for you on this issue. President Buhari has ordered the immediate payment of all outstanding allowances and bonuses accruable to the Super Falcons. According to top State House sources, the Ministries of Sports and Finance have been directed to pay the Super Falcons immediately. So immediate result. Guys, immediate result.
Yeah.
Although there were hints from last week,
yes,
that the girls were going to get paid, but this is immediate now.
There was a public holiday on Monday, and sometimes the process could be delayed.
Yes.
Toye, I think the girls, their protest has paid off. It's like that adage that says, since the hunters have learned to shoot without missing, the birds have also learned to fly without perching. These girls are going to get paid, but look at it critically. What led to this situation? I think it was not properly handled. Toye. The girls were told that their monies have not been released, but sometimes when there are discrepancies in statements credited to officials, the minister went there last week, addressed the girl, which was very, very proper of him in the morning. And on Wednesday last week at the EFEC meeting, during an interview with State correspondent, he said that the NFF, never had any premonition that the
federal government,
we are going to win.
But it came back and retracted that. It was quoted out of context.
No, the point I'm trying to make is that after meeting with the girls and they read or they watch on TV
and they see the minister's statement.
That's whether it was true or not.
Whether it was misunderstood or not.
The girls will not heed to appeals for them to call off their
shake the sword.
And then, so we have to learn how to handle issues properly. Especially from the officials, the minister, and everybody involved in what has happened. It shouldn't get to this level where the women, I feel sad for these young women going on a protest. After they have
the
done.
The career of a woman is a lot shorter than that of the guy.
Yeah. After they have
so
done,
whatever is due them should come to them.
Yeah, after they have done the country proud. And when they even saw that the indomitable lionesses of Cameroon were hosted by President Paul Biya,
promised a huge amount of money to defeat them. Women contend with a lot of factors apart from injury. Even they are up against nature when they're playing football.
That's the same point I was making.
So you have to really sympathize with these ladies. And some people might say they've crossed the line. I don't think they have. I don't think they have. It's really sad that they had to get to this point. And you also want to sympathize with the NFF as well. They have their hands tied. But you see, leaving this point, the real issue is, will players who want to represent the country understand when they are told that, look, you might go for this tournament and you might not get something, or if you go, we're not going to give you anything. Will they understand, and will they be willing to give their all? Against the backdrop, if you look at the Nigerian situation, a lot of players believe that if you represent the country and you do well, it is time to get rewarded. So all of those issues, when we come away from this, is what we really need to sit down and look at. But for the guys, they will say the hands justify the means. I mean, now that they're going to get paid.
All right. So once again, in case you missed it, President Muhammadu Buhari has ordered that all the outstanding allowances and bonuses accruable to the Super Falcons of Nigeria be paid immediately. We just told you that, and of course, sources have informed that the Ministries of Sports and Finance have been directed to make sure that the girls get all their dues tomorrow, Thursday, he must get everything. All right, so that's some good news coming through for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But let's talk about how you can be part of the show. That's just to open up Sports Tonight this midweek.